Everything is green this week, but some tokens are greener than others. MemesAI is standing out. The question is, does it still make sense to buy? Let's have a look at the on-chain metrics. Let's try to find out who's currently buying, who's currently selling, how solid is this current rally. Now, MemesAI is currently at 6.6 cents. Today it's not moving much, but this week we went up by almost 500%. Now, it seems like crypto is splitting into two segments. On the one hand, we've got the Bitcoin investor, the one that simply allocates to the ETF or that dollar cost averages into Bitcoin, potentially diversifying away from the stock portfolio. The Bitcoin dominance is still continuing to rise. So Bitcoin as a fraction of all of crypto continues to become more important. That being said, there's also the meme coin traders, and the meme coins tend to outperform everything else. The middle, right, the DeFi protocols, the GameFi protocols, etc., infrastructure plays, those are the tokens that are doing very, very poorly. And so MemesAI is part of the pump.fun ecosystem. So that's the launch pad of meme coins on Solana. And when we look at different categories within crypto, pump.fun is doing the best. The whole ecosystem went up by 159% in the last week alone. And what is doing not so well? It's modular blockchains, it's automated market makers, it's zero knowledge proofs. It's all of those very technical tokens that used to run very well in 2021, but those don't cut it anymore. The market now does 100% player versus player games. It's the memes where all the profits are being made. Now, within the pump fund ecosystem, we've got a few tokens that outperform others. We've got, for instance, Fred, which is a sister token to Peanut, and we've got the ACT token. Now, Peanut and ACT has already been launched on Binance. And that's what caused this secondary rally here. The issue with ACT and Peanut is that the market cap is already very large. So it's not that easy anymore for those kinds of tokens to 10x. At the point where those kinds of tokens made their more than 1000% returns, they were still much smaller. And so if we want to get the next 1000% return, we have to look at the smaller tokens. And one of those tokens that performed pretty well in the last 7 days, that's still relatively small, but not too small. It's not just 6 million. That's MemesAI. And that's why we look at it today. Now, the nice thing about MemesAI is that it's still 100% traded on chain. So we can have a look at all of the transactions. There's no black boxes. There's no centralized exchanges where we actually don't know what's going on. Most trading volume still happens on Radium. And that gives us the second benefit, right? Once there is a listing on centralized exchanges, the token might rise further. And so with any token that still has a lot of trading volume on chain, I first look at the DEX screener page. I always look at this section over here. We are up 7% today, but have a look at the number of buyers versus sellers. There's an overhang of 355 buyers, or 52 versus 48%. For the buying versus selling volume, we are much more equal. That's why the price isn't rallying more. It's because some people are already taking profit. And who can blame them? We are up 1,200% since the bottom in November of this year. And who can blame them? We are up more than 1,300% in the last 10 days. Now, here's the thing. Meme coin trading is ultra risky, and this chart reminds us of that. Within 1 week, the price crashed by almost 90%. And the question is, how can we avoid those kinds of things? My answer to this is on-chain analytics. When we see what happens on-chain, we can get somewhat of an edge versus the average market participant. We've got information most people don't have. Now, currently on-chain, we've got 7,600 holders. And this compares to 3,600 members in the Telegram chat. Now, not all of those holders are created equally. Let's have a look at the data. On the left side, we see the number of first-time traders versus recurring traders on any given day. On the right side, we see the number of token transactions per day. Now, there are two potential red flags, two things to point out here. First of all, there seems to have been a lot of wash trading on the 19th of October. There were 28,000 new wallets that interacted with the token. This is definitely not organic. This was somebody with a script trying to hype up the token. What we then subsequently see is that in the following week, a lot of token transactions had been made. However, the number of those token transactions were way larger compared to what would be justified with the number of first-time traders. The second wave of new first-time traders, though, seems to be more aligned with what's realistic. And so again, have a look at the token transactions transactions, the first wave and the second wave. And now have a look at the trading volume. Here we see a much more realistic picture. The trading volume is picking up, and what we've got here on the left side, the US dollars, that's the same kind of data that we see on the right side. On the right side, it's simply just normalized to 100% per day. And we're seeing a very clear trend here. It seems like there's more and more trading volume that's dominated by the larger players. Because the trading volume is split up into different segments. Small retail is all the wallets that have less than $1,000 worth of the token. Medium-sized retail is up to $10,000 worth of the token, and large retail is up to 100,000. Now we can clearly see how small retail occupies less and less of the trading volume. Medium-sized retail and large retail is growing. And what appears to be happening is that those larger wallets simply dollar cost average into the token. So it's not necessarily more whales that get into the token, but it seems like the existing whales buy more. Because on the right side, we've got the number of whale wallets. So those are the kinds of wallets that have at least 2 million MemesAI tokens. In the middle, we go one order of magnitude down, so that's now 200,000 tokens. On the left, it's only 20,000 tokens. Now 20,000 tokens is a bit over $1,300 worth of the token at the current price. So it's roughly $1,000 worth of the token on the left, 10,000 in the middle, and 100,000 on the right. Retail is adopting the token, as in there's more and more retail wallets, but the trading volume suggests that the actual price driver might not be retail. It appears as if the real price driver is the large players. On the left side, we see the token balance share. Again, with those different wallet cohorts, whales is now everything above 100,000. And just have a look at this. More than half of the token supply is now owned by wallets that have at least $100,000 worth of the token. When we look at the wallets that have at least $10,000 worth of the token, that adds up to 86%. Small retail owns less and less, medium-sized retail as well. Just have a look at this. The value held by small retail increased from 900,000 to 1.5 million, so growth of roughly 60% or so, while the price from peak to peak went up by 80%. The whales, however, they more than doubled their holding from roughly 17 million to now a bit under 40. Now this channel is all about finding meme coins very early, and I want to share an approach how I personally do this. Before we do that, feel free to subscribe to this channel. I publish videos regularly, and I try to find those meme coins in the sweet spot, where they're not too risky, but where they still have some upside potential. Now, how is it possible to find a token like Peanut, for example, very early? Because Peanut is now at above $2 and it went up by 1,400% in the last week. My approach here is wallet tracking. I very much like to track wallets of influencers and of top traders, of people that move the market. And have a look at this here. This is an alert that we got that Crypto Banter bought the Peanut token for 3 cents. Again, now it's at $2. And that was on the 3rd of November. Now, since then, the price went up by almost 7,000%. And so when you've got a following like Crypto Banter with more than 1 million subscribers and you talk about a token, of course the token appreciates. But the art in all of this is to know about the token before the masses do. And that's why we track those wallets. So there are various on-chain ways to try to find out who owns what wallet. And for Crypto Banter, we've got several. For Crypto Banter, we track 33 wallets. In total, we track more than 400 wallets. We have wallets by Kyle Chessy, who does very nice early calls. 12 of his wallets are tracked by us. We've also got wallets by Crypto Gains, who does very risky but potentially profitable trades. We track more than 55 of his wallets. And so this is, I believe, what crypto is all about. It's not about just randomly trying to pick coins. It's about having a market edge. It's both a game of luck, but also skill. And the more we trade, the less important the luck component becomes and the more important skill becomes. When we trade what the influential people are trading, when we trade what the top traders are trading, then we can mimic their returns. And because of that, I've made an entire tutorial section just on wallet tracking. So that's 8 videos in total. It's about how to find influencer wallets, how to then track them, and how to finally also interpret the signals that we get from the tracking. This is all part of the premium membership of this channel. It's down below, thebitcoinstrader.com. It's not just about wallet tracking. It's also about on-chain analytics, the thing that we looked at today. It's also about portfolio diversification and risk management. More than 100 videos in total for you to check out. Now, once we've got a signal, we also discuss those, right? We have to figure out when should we buy, when should we sell. We have to exchange the different on-chain analytics that we do. So for that, we've got the individual altcoin chats. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $125 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't make money, in case you don't like premium, in case you do not learn anything, just message me within the first week and I'll refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. And so I'm considering to buy some MemesAI as well. I haven't bought any yet, but I might buy some after releasing of this video. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish this regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. Helps the channel grow. See you in the next video or see you in premium. Cheers.